Brought to you by XMWX Satellite Weather. Never fly blind again. And by Flightline.
Flightline introduces the Oracle Engine Power Management System for twin-engine aircraft, featuring independent glass panel units in horizontal or vertical form factors and its STC for primary. It's the best co-pilot you'll ever have.
Now this is a very rare treat. Hi, I'm Glenn Pugh for AVweb.com. And behind me is the only flying B-29. It's the Commemorative Air Force's FIFI. We're about to talk to Dave Miller, the aircraft's flight engineer, and have a look inside.
Hi, I'm Dave Miller. I'm the crew chief for this airplane behind me, which is the B-29 Superfortress, the only flying B-29 in the world. We are here today in Long Beach on a real first cross-country flight in 6 years. The airplane's been out of service. I've been working on the re-engine project for a little over 2 years in Midland, Texas. We completed that with a 4-engine run on Memorial Day, which was kind of our official Boeing rollout. We flew today for 4.5 hours from Midland, Texas to Long Beach, about 8,500 feet and about 215 miles an hour ground speed, and the engines performed perfectly and the airplane flew great. And I actually fly backwards. This is an engineer's airplane. We call it an engineer's airplane because the flight engineer on this, unlike a lot of others, I start the engines, do the run-ups, give the control of the airplane or the engines to the pilot when he's ready to taxi. The nose steering, there's no nose steering, it's a cast-ring nose steering. So he uses differential engine thrust to help steer the airplane to get it to the runway. We get on the runway. I'll set the engine manifold pressure to 30 inches with the brakes set. Then he'll release the brakes. He'll have his hands on the throttles. He'll continue to steer a little bit with the throttles until he gets rudder command. Once he has rudder command, he'll call engineer's throttles, give me takeoff power, and then I just push up the power to 44 inches and we get off the ground, and I run the engines throughout the whole flight. The pilots just fly the plane, and it was designed that way. I got in the seat today for about an hour, and it was cumbersome at first, but it flew it was very gentle on the controls. I didn't do any heavy maneuvers. The corrections are very minute. It's just it was really nice. It flew very well, and I had no trouble with it at all. The re-engine project basically was set up to put a newer version of the 3350. The Wright 3350 was the engine that Boeing decided on for the B-29 back in the day. It was a poor design. It was rushed into service just like the airplane. It had a lot of problems with overheating, none that they could ever correct. We continued to use those engines and operate those engines even though we had more modern capabilities to rebuild them. They never got much better. 6 years ago came the time when the decision was made that we couldn't operate this airplane anymore with those engines. So we looked at a new design, a concept that would put a newer version of the 3350 onto this airframe. The newer versions, the design, everything improved. The cylinder design improved. So they cooled a lot better, and we adapted that engine to this airframe. It took us 2 years at the cost of $1.2 million, which was given to us by Jim Cavanaugh, who has the Cavanaugh Flight Museum in Addison. Just a thrill to be here, thrill to have the airplane back for the public to enjoy and to educate the youth and honor those, especially today on Veterans Day, to honor those that served and gave us our freedom.